If you would like to know the secret to learning one lick and turning it into tons and tons and tons of other licks just by following 3 simple steps, then you are definitely going to want to check out this video. What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Paddock, and today I have some very exciting news for you. For this lesson, there is a PDF download. That's right, I have a PDF download. I've had several people ask for PDF downloads of my lick videos in the past, so today I put it all together, and all of the licks that I'm going to break down today will be on that PDF. So check the video description below for the link to the PDF. So let's dive right into this tutorial about learning licks. So when I learn a lick, I don't want to just cut it and paste it into whatever solo I'm playing. I want to personalize the lick. And the way that you're going to personalize the lick is to change it up and make it your own. So I'm going to show you 3 really simple steps that can take one single lick and turn it into hundreds of different licks that are all similar. So this is kind of like theme and variations, and I'm going to show you a really easy step-by-step process where you can really personalize these licks and make them your own. So the first thing we need is a lick to do this with. So I wrote out a really simple lick based on the D pentatonic scale, and I kept it really simple because we're going to add a whole bunch of stuff to it. So this is what the original lick sounds like. It's a really simple pentatonic lick that we can add all kinds of cool stuff to. So again, this is based off of the D minor pentatonic scale, and you could play this lick over a D minor 7th chord or a D dominant 7th chord. So the first thing you want to do to transform this lick into tons of other licks is really easy. All you're going to do is change the rhythm. So you don't have to do something really drastic to it, just change the rhythm up a little bit so it still has the original vibe, but you're just making it a little different through a variation in the rhythm. So here is the original one more time. And here is the first variation by just changing the rhythm. Pretty simple, right? It definitely sounds different, but it still has the same vibe as the original. Listen to them back to back. So if you take a look at the music, all I did was take the G and put it on the and of the beat, and then I took the C and put it on the and of the beat, so it gave me some more syncopation. So all I'm doing is slightly changing the rhythm to switch up this lick and give me a whole bunch of different variations. Here's variation number 2. Listen to it again. Now I'm going to play it back to back with the original. Again, I'm just adding syncopation in again, and this time I'm getting rid of the quarter notes and turning them into 8th notes. Here is a third variation. So that one has a whole lot of space and a whole lot of syncopation. So adding in rests is a really good way to give you a different rhythm. Don't just think about holding notes longer or shorter, add in some rests as well. So take a listen to all 4 of these 2-bar licks. I'm going to play the original and then the 3 variations. Now those variations all sound pretty simple, and that is because all we are doing is changing the rhythm. The next step is going to give us a whole lot more motion, and that is repeat a note. So you can repeat any of these notes, and of course when you repeat a note, that also means you're going to change up the rhythm. So here is the first variation. That sounds a lot different than So repeating those notes gives us a whole lot more forward motion, and it takes the lick to a whole different level and helps you personalize it even more. If you're watching this video about the secrets to learning licks, then I'm guessing you'd like to get a whole lot better at improvisation. If that's the case, then I'd like to invite you to come check out the Scott Paddock Sax School. In the Sax School, I have entire courses dedicated to teaching improvisation, where we start off at the very, very, very beginning and go all the way through early advanced. So no matter what your improv level is right now, even if you are just at the beginning, ready to get started, then I have got you covered in the Sax School. In addition to improv, I have courses that teach just about any topic that you'd like to learn on the saxophone, and everything is set up in step-by-step lessons, so they're super easy to follow, and you will see progress from the very first day. So if you would like to check out the Sax School, there is a link in the video description below. Here is the second variation. That one has a whole bunch of repeated notes. Now, you don't necessarily always want to repeat all of the notes, but throwing in a bunch of repeated notes is not a bad idea, especially if you want to play some variations on a lick or a theme. Take a listen to this third variation. So for that one, I mostly changed the rhythm, and then at the end, I repeated the notes. So as I teach you each of these steps, you can definitely combine them. So listen to all 4 of these licks together. I'm going to play the original and then the 3 variations. The third step can really help you personalize the sound of the lick and really give you some different variations, and that is add a note. So you're going to add some notes that aren't in the original lick. Take a listen to this first variation. So I started off with the A and the C, and then instead of playing a G and F quarter note, I went back and forth between them. Then I played a D and jumped down to an A and went up to a C. Then from the C, I did a passing tone, which is that C sharp, a chromatic passing tone. So I did C, C sharp, D. So the notes that you want to think about adding in are either chord tones or passing tones. They can be scale-wise motion or half steps. And because this is a pentatonic lick, you can add any note that is in the pentatonic scale. So take a listen to the original and this first variation back to back. Adding in some notes can give you some really great variations and personalize any lick. Take a listen to the second variation. That one sounds a whole lot different, and that is because I added in the tritone, which is the G sharp. So the D minor pentatonic scale and the D blues scale are very similar to each other. The only difference is the tritone. In this case, it's the G sharp. So when I add in that G sharp, it just makes it sound a little bluesier and grittier. Don't forget to download the free PDF that has all of the licks that I'm going to show you in this video. Now take a listen to this last variation. For this variation, I added in some chromatic passing tones. So I start on the A and go up to the C, but I add in that B flat and B as part of the triplet. Then I change up the rhythm and add some other notes that are in the pentatonic scale. Take a listen to these 3 variations back to back. So those are the 3 simple rules that you can use to take one lick and turn it into tons and tons and tons of variations on that lick. Thanks for taking the time to check out this video. If you'd like to dive deeper into my saxophone world, then I'd like to invite you to come check out the Scott Paddock Sax School.